Leonardo DiCaprio was dubbed an eco-hypocrite by Darren Grimes after being photographed holidaying on a luxurious super yacht in St. Bart's with his actress girlfriend Camilla Morrone. DiCaprio triggered an onslaught from fans and activist Mr. Grimes alike for his contradictory statements about the vital importance of fighting climate change. The GB News guest railed against the Hollywood star in an interview with Dan Wootton, with a GB News host insisting that Mr. DiCaprio shot himself in the foot with those claims, urging him to shut up, focus on acting, and stop telling people how to live their lives if he is to avoid criticism next time. Mr. DiCaprio's words came back to haunt him, and Mr. Grimes accused the Californian of procrastinating on the yacht as he picked up on how he tried to urge people to become involved with the fight against climate change. Mr. Grimes said, "It's pretty incredible, isn't it? We are told by these celebrities that basically you are either nothing more than a human vector of the virus or an abuser of the national environment. We are told by these so-called experts, the UN Celebrity Ambassador on Climate Change, and we're told that these sort of apocalyptic doom and gloom come true if we don't stop flying, if we don't stop eating meat, and if we don't stop driving the petrol or diesel cars, and so on and so forth. So you'd think that it wouldn't be too much to ask for these people to set an example themselves? So, the rest of us could potentially follow them should we choose to do so. But as you say, 315 foot, a £110 million super yacht that just lets out CO2 like you wouldn't believe." And this is the man who said in his Oscar ceremony speech back in 2016 that climate change is the most urgent threat faced in our species and that we've all got to work collectively and stop procrastinating. But Mr. Grimes added, "To me, it looked like he was doing a whole lot of procrastinating whilst on that sun deck there. Talking about reducing carbon emissions whilst you were on a super yacht and all the rest of it. This is just another one to add to the list of eco-hypocrites. There's such a long list to pick out here. The Vava 2 yacht possesses 6 desks, a helipad on the uppermost, and costs a whopping £250,000 to fill its fuel tanks." Mr. Grimes added, "If you're gonna tell us how to live, at least live like that yourself. That's the reason why we're all so flabbergasted by all of this." Ultimately, he has just exposed himself to be yet another eco-hypocrite. DiCaprio, who recently appeared in Netflix satirical science fiction film Don't Look Up, only in December warned of the potential risks the planet faces over the next decade. He said, "A lot of this stuff is slowly becoming irreversible, and we have this very finite window of 10 years to make this transition. If we're not voting for leaders or supporting everything that has to do with climate mitigation, we're going to have a fate very similar to these characters. We're seeing the ramifications of what scientists have been telling us for the last few decades, and it's almost happening to the exact year and date. It's not that we're not listening. We're just not taking the necessary action."